Class 11th, subject physics, 14th chapter semiconductors. From the chapter, let us see p-n junction. We know that there are two types of semiconductors, p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor. P-type semiconductor will contain large number of holes and n-type semiconductor will contain large number of electrons. When such type of n-type semiconducting material and p-type semiconducting material are fused together, it will form a p-n junction. So when n-type and p-type semiconductor materials are fused together or joined together, a p-n junction is formed. Now this formation of p-n junction takes place due to the process called as diffusion. So let us see now what is that diffusion process and how it takes place. So when n-type and p-type semiconductor materials are fused together, initially the number of electrons in n side of the junction, the number of electrons in n side of the junction is very large as compared to the number of holes in the p side. So n side of that junction will be rich in electrons as compared with the number of holes in p region. As density of carriers on both sides, that is on p side and n side, is different, a large density gradient exists on both sides of the p-n junction. So there will be a large difference between the density of the carriers on both sides, that is p side and n side of the junction. This density gradient causes the transfer or migration of the electrons from n side to p side. So due to the large density gradient between p region and n region, the electrons from n region will migrate, will get transferred to the p region, that is p side of that p-n junction. These electrons will fill up the holes in the p-type material and will produce negative ions. When the electrons from n side of the junction migrates to p side, so when the electrons from n side of the junction migrate to p side, that is enters into the p side, they leave behind positively charged donor ions on n side. So when these electrons enter into this p region, at that time they will leave holes or the donor ions on the n side. Hence holes from p side will migrate into n region, and as a result, in the p-n junction, due to the migration of electrons and holes from n region to p region and p region to n region, as a result, near the junction, negatively charged acceptor ions are formed, and in the n-type region, near the junction, positively charged donor ions will be formed. So as there is migration of electrons from n region to p region, when they enter into this p region, here negative ions will be formed near the junction. Similarly, when holes enter from p region to n region, at that time again positive ions will be produced near this junction. So in this way, on p side negative ions will be produced, on n side positive ions will be produced near the junction. Then the transfer of electrons and holes across the p-n junction is called as diffusion. So when the charge carriers, that is electrons and holes, cross this junction and enter into another region, so this transfer of electrons and holes across the p-n junction is called as diffusion. The diffusion across the junction depends upon the density of donor and acceptor ions on both p and n sides. So the diffusion across this junction, so how many charge carriers will get diffused, that will depend upon the number of donor and acceptor ions on both sides, that is p and n sides. So when there is transfer of these charge carriers from n region to p region or from p region to n region, at that time there will be formation of depletion region here near the junction. So this region will be called as depletion region, and it will be having small potential. Positive potential will be produced on n side and negative potential will be produced on p side, so that here small source of potential difference is shown. So this will be due to the diffusion of charge carriers from p region to n region and from n region to p region. Now let us see what is that depletion region. So that region which is formed due to the diffusion of charge carriers near the junction, so that is the depletion region. The diffusion of carriers across the junction builds a potential difference across the junction. So when there is diffusion of the charge carriers, at that time across the junction it will build a potential difference across that junction. This potential difference is called as barrier potential E. So this potential difference will be nothing but it is the barrier potential across that junction. Then the potential barrier for silicon is 0.7 volt and for germanium it is 0.3 volt. For silicon the barrier potential is 0.7 volt and for germanium it is 0.3 volt. This barrier potential prevents the continuous diffusion of carriers across the junction. So this barrier potential will further restrict the diffusion of charge carriers from p region to n region and from n region to p region. Then free charge carriers cannot be present in the region where there is a potential barrier. So within that depletion region, the charge carriers cannot be present in that region, and this region on either side of the junction where there are no free charge carriers is called as depletion region. So in this case there will be no free charges for the conduction of electricity within this depletion region. Then the presence of impurity ions on both sides of the junction will create an electric field across the depletion region. So that potential difference E across this depletion region, so this potential difference E across this depletion region will be created across the depletion region, and so it will be due to the presence of impurity ions on both sides of the junction. Now it is formed by diffusion of electrons from n region to p region. This depletion region is formed by the diffusion of electrons from n region to p region. The p region accumulates electrons and n region accumulates the holes. During the formation of this depletion region, the p region accumulates electrons and n region accumulates the holes. The accumulation of charge carriers across the junction results in the formation of potential barrier. The accumulation of charges across the junction results in the formation of potential barrier. There are no charges in this region. So in case of depletion region, there will be no charges. Similarly, the depletion region has higher potential on N side and lower potential on P side of the junction. The depletion region has higher potential, that is positive potential, on N side and lower potential, that is negative, on P side of the junction. So it is shown in this diagram. This N region will be having higher potential since this terminal is positive due to these positive ions, and P region will be at lower potential, that is negative, due to these negative ions. So this region, that is depletion region, will act as a small battery and which will restrict the further diffusion of the charge carriers across the PN junction. And now let us see what is PN junction diode. What is PN junction diode? So diode means it will be having two electrodes, and therefore PN junction diode, a diode which will be formed due to the P and N semiconductors or PN junction. So a PN junction provided with metallic conductors or metallic connections on each side is called as a PN junction diode. A PN junction provided with the metallic connections on each side is called as PN junction diode. So here there will be two metallic connections provided to this PN junction so that it will act as a PN junction diode. So this will represent the block diagram of PN junction diode. In this case, when P region and N region are diffused at that time, as they are fused here, the diffusion of the charge carriers will take place. Some of the holes from P region will enter into N region. Some of the electrons will enter from N region to P region, and therefore here PN junction will be formed along with this depletion layer or depletion region. So such type of combination of P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor, when it is connected with two metallic connections, at that time this will act as a PN junction diode. So this is the block diagram for PN junction diode. And now if you consider the symbol of this PN junction diode, this side will represent P region and this opposite side along this line will represent N side, and therefore PN junction diode will be symbolically denoted like this. For this base of the triangle, this negative terminal will be shown parallel, and therefore this will represent the symbol for PN junction diode. The arrow indicates the direction of the conventional current. So this arrow will represent conventional direction of current, that is current will flow from P region to N region. It will be denoted by this arrow. Then P side is called as anode and N side is called as cathode. P side of this diode will be called as anode and N side is called as cathode. When the diode is connected across the battery, when this diode is connected across the battery, the carriers gain additional energy to cross the barrier. So as soon as such type of PN junction diode is connected to any source of EMF like a battery, at that time some energy will be gained by these charge carriers, and so that with increasing energy they will try to overcome this barrier potential between P region and N region. The process of connecting external electric field, that is external battery, across the PN junction diode is called as biasing of diode. So when any external electric field is applied between the two terminals of that diode, then we can say that the diode is biased, and therefore the process of connecting external electric field with the help of any battery across the PN junction diode is called as biasing of diode.